A certified driving instructor. I teach adults and teens. I have a full 8 hours tomorrow driving, so obviously we took off for the break. I want to do a quick tutorial on night driving, starting the car, getting out onto the road, what you need to do, how your eyes need to adjust. So this is a 2024 Equinox, and I'm gonna go ahead and put my foot on the brake, and I'm gonna switch screens and show you some things you need to do. So I always like to sit in the car in a moment and let my eyes adjust. I think that's one of the most important overlooked things as beginners. They overlook letting their eyes adjust. I want to say hello, hey, how are you? It's been a pretty good break, so I've been putting out just some good tutorials. So you're in the car. I'm gonna switch screens for a moment. So we want to first make sure those windows are clean, and we want to get a little heat on the windows. Hello, hey, how you guys doing tonight? We want to get a little heat on the windows. So what I'm going to do is first switch screens again. I'm going to show you what you need to do. Okay, so I got to look out the window. When you're back and back, even though I have a backup camera, you have to look out the window. Thank you. Merry Christmas to all of you. It's really been a good Christmas, just spending time with family. My son is going back to Texas. He's hopefully going to try out for a couple NFL teams, USFL teams. Let's pray for this guy. Got some maintenance on the car, new tires, brakes. It was very expensive. But also, I really been thinking about getting a Tesla for the channel, that of the Ford Mach-E. So if any of you, so when you hear that click sound, that means there's a car behind you. So I'm gonna go ahead and change screens a moment. Okay, so just kind of giving you guys a little update here. So he's heading back to Texas. He played football in Brazil for a year, went 7-1, did really good, trying to get a good agent. So look, this is getting new, fresh, crispy headlights, right? This will allow you to really see. And because I teach driver's ed with drivers who are not used to driving at night, they're overwhelmed, they're scared, right? So parents, young drivers, middle-aged drivers, get some good crispy headlights, right? Change those out. Sylvania, Silver Star, and I'm not sponsored, Sylvania, if you hear me, I would love a set for the car. But they're good headlights. I've used those before. I've also used some of the, the high output lights. I had a SS Trailblazer. I have a video somewhere on the channel. It got stolen. I had those, but they would last about 30 days, 45 days, and then they would burn out, man. Right? Hey, Jackson, how are you? Jackson, we'll reach out on Instagram. I need your address, and then I want to send you that gift card from McDonald's. That's my Christmas present to you because you're freaking awesome. But we're talking about night driving tonight. I got to head in. So, I'm making a left turn into the nearest lane because a lot of times when I drive beginners, I try to keep them in well-lit areas, right? And it's really important that you learn how to see at night. It's one thing to drive at night, but it's one thing to learn how to see. Thank you for the thumbs up, guys. So get some bright, crispy headlights, right? Make sure you have good windshield wipers. That's so important. Now, I've used Rain-X before. That's a product you can put on the windows. It allows water to bead up. And some of the driver's ed cars, we use those. That seems to be pretty good, but there's a little problem when you heat them up, okay? Like you can see the water mist up on the glass, and then you can see the car's still cold, okay? And I'll make it over one lane to the right. But what I find is night driving is very overwhelming. You have a lot of glare. And what's funny? I did a video before Christmas on night driving. My camera mount, my phone mount kept dropping and dropping and dropping. But I treated it like a emergency situation. Now this bus up here, they have 16 cameras. I actually interviewed the driver because a lot of people will blame the bus and try to get a lawsuit against the bus company. So these buses have 16 cameras. So I got to stay here. I'm going to go ahead and treat it like a beginning driver, and then I'm going to get us over. Good, I'm going to go ahead and keep driving. But stay away from these buses. It's 9:46 Eastern Standard Time. I'm in the Midwest. Haven't went live for a bit, just spending time with the family, putting together some videos, some good titles, good thumbnails. It's nice when you come on, your community's there, I'm going to Penn Station actually get some sandwiches. So I'm going to take you guys over here with me. It's the next exit. So Penn Station's one of the local businesses in our area. Crazy good food. Crazy good food. I don't know if you guys or ladies have a Penn Station in your area, but I'm going to go ahead and pull up. And we want to park in. It's been years since I've been here. But I'm going to go ahead and pull up. And then you're just going to see me walk in. Yep. So windshield looks pretty clear right now. So obviously I have a key fob. I'm just going to go ahead and shut the car off. And then I'll give you some more information about the car. So we got that crispy Penn Station, baby, right? It's tasting so good. It's going to be so good. I'm going to go ahead and flip screens a second. And turn on the light. So we have Penn Station right here. 2 Dagwoods. I have a 12, got a 9, and then those crispy fries, right? So you got to eat good and support your local business, man. That's real. So I'm going to kind of give you guys an update. I am seriously thinking about a used Tesla, maybe a Model 3, to purchase a used one for the driver's ed channel, because normally in a day I spend anywhere from $25 to $35 a day, if not a little bit more, driving students. Each student drives about 20 miles, right? This is including from the driver's ed location. It could be the school, it could be a restaurant. We do right turns, left turns, lane changing, parking. And then from drive 4, 5, and 6, we're merging on the freeway, right? We're showing people how to get up to speed and merge on. I tend to try to change up the driving every single lesson because you get bored kind of doing the same route. And I'm trying to hustle and stack up some more money, but we had some unexpected car expense. My son's vehicle, he's got a 2018 Charger GT, not the Scat, not the Hellcat. Every couple of years you need tires. So we got some high quality brand name tires. That was $1,100. He's driving from the Midwest to Texas. You don't want any breakdowns. His windshield was cracked. When you drive in Texas, you got to have that tinted windshield, but he got a couple of tickets because it was super dark. But he had a crack all the way across his windshield, and whoever put it on the tent put a lot of glue in there. So we called Safe Light replaced it, left repair. The guy said there was a lot of glue that was used for the tent, so he had a little difficult time. He did this when it was about 20 degrees. I'm like, you won't catch me outside, but he did that. The car had to sit a day, so that was about $450. You keep in count, the tires were $1,100. They might have been Continental tires, because those Chargers, I think, have an 18 or 19-inch rim, kind of oddball size. Now, I have a picture, and I'll try to post that. Every, I don't know, 5, 6, 7 years, the car's over 100,000 miles. The 6.3, the Pentastar engines, they have a oil cartridge. So you take the cap off, and it's like literally a filter, not a canister like, used to the old school cars. So after so many miles, that housing is made of plastic, it cracks. Or what did the mechanic say? It cracks, or a technician over tightens it. So anyway, he went to the hood, got an oil change. Not hating on the company that did it, but he had a leak. And the car has been flawless over 100,000 miles, right? Flawless. So there was a leak. The car was stored in the garage. He was in Brazil, not a drop. But now there was oil leaking in the driveway, oil on the transmission, okay? So we're like, what the heck's going on? It's money. So we took it to our technician, Walt, the mechanic. Let's shout out for him. I got a couple of videos on him. I'll repost those. Walt said, oh man, long story short, it was $1,100. We're already over, almost at $3,000. Okay, tires $1,100, brand name. Okay, because he's driving from the Midwest to Texas. We don't want to call like that. Hey, I'm in Arkansas. I got a flat tire. What? Hey, I'm in, wherever. So he's never had issue with tires. My dad always said, make sure you have good tires. So I'm telling all of you, make sure you have good tires. But listen to this. I bought a set of used takeoffs. They lasted about 2.5 years, right? Prior to him going back from Texas, he went to Iowa, got into Portal, transferred to Texas. So I bought some used set of takeoffs that may have been Goodyear. Those lasted 2 years, multiple trips back and forth to Texas, down to Florida, back to the Midwest. Never had a problem, but those finally wore out. So that was like $750, $650. I bought the brake pads and the rotors, got them put in the shop, way, way less. So the tires were $1,100, maybe more. The brakes and rotors, because guys and ladies, the rotors today, you can't turn them. They're really thin material. So, and the brake pads are so little. Like, I have some videos, and then I have the brake pads at home. They're little. Like, old school cars, the pads are this big. They're thick. Those boys are thick. Now, the rotors are thin. The brake pads thin. So, that was another $1,200. New rotors front and back, new pads front and back. That was prior to the leak. Okay, are you keeping count? This is over $2,500. Now, I have a picture. I can't show you now because I'm streaming with the phone, but this housing is about this big. The antifreeze, it's got an oil cooler, so your coolant, your antifreeze goes through this coolant, goes through this housing, I should say. It's liquid cooled to cool the oil. So the oil circulates through the filter first, then goes into the housing, and then is pumped into the engine. Okay? So, and it's got sensors in there. So I'm like, oh my God, it's nothing but money. We tried to have like a $6,000 cushion. You got to have money. That's what I'm trying to tell all of you. If you're trying to get a car, even a used car, you got to have insurance, you got to have tires, you got to have brakes, you got to have the routine stuff. A lot of people, I'm just going to put $20 in. Sure, that get you through once or twice a day, but you got to have good tires. You got to have good brakes, because we all were young once. I may buy some tires for $10. You can always, but how long is that going to last you? 30 days, 45 days? Your car is going to have a flat tire. I'm going to go ahead and back up. So when I'm backing up, I'm looking around left and right. Okay? I'm just going to take you along with me as I go. So, and I'm driving with my eyes, so this would be a good video. I'm looking, and a lot of beginners don't look left and right. Okay, I'm coming to like an open intersection, and then I have to make a left turn. You see how I'm looking at traffic? Beginners do not do this. They don't look around. So literally, they're going to pull out in front of a car. This is a area for the police. Okay, so they don't, and you're gonna see the dark end like part. They don't look, and if you don't look when you're driving, you're going to end up running into something. So for a moment, before I switch screens, I'm looking. I'm on a straight. In fact, I'm gonna go ahead and switch screens now. Okay, so it costs a lot of money. So we spent over $4,000 new Continental tires. That's a high quality brand name. Okay, and I'm not hating on Walmart. We got them there. We could have went to Bell Tire, better price, but Walmart is very picky. Whatever brand name or similar to that came on the car, that's what you have to get. So we got the extended warranty. If it's damaged or whatever, you get a new tire. Fine. New brakes, rotors front and back. Each rotor is probably like $100, $125. The pads, the good ones, premium pads, $45, $50 for a set of two. So that was $1,100. This little plastic cartridge thing that had split or cracked, that was 500 plus installed. That was 500. So it was $1,100. Okay. And of course the oil was contaminated. So you got to, I'm just telling you, I'm venting a little bit. But I'm telling all of you this because car maintenance is important. And this car has over 170,000 miles on there because he does take care of his car. He's very meticulous about it, except for the really illegal tint he has on the window, right? So we got the new window put in, and that was like $450, $500. So he's got to get a job. He's going to be working out in Houston, getting ready for that, hopefully that USFL camp, because in Arlington, Texas, they have something called the Hub, right? So he'll be leaving in a few days, driving down there. He's done it before. Don't speed to get a ticket and come calling back to us. I got a ticket. Bruh, what you want us to do? But I'm trying to tell all of you, maintenance is so important with your car. So you got that fresh oil change, and what was nice, he took the plenum off and put fresh, crispy spark plugs in. They're made to last 100,000 miles. The car almost has 180. It's clean, no rust, clean. New crispy. It's a new car, right? And he said, well, once I get my pro contract, I see the police over there in the pickup truck. Once I have my new contract, I'm gonna get a new car. I'm like, you pay it off for mom and dad. Then you can get whatever you want. I told him, this is the last car. See, the way the police are parked, you be speeding and they're sitting in the dark. So what I'm trying to tell you is you need to make sure that you are always following the law, because they give tickets out 24 hours a day. Okay. So that was a lot of money that we didn't. So what would he do if he was in his teens? He would have an oil leak. He would get some cheap tires, get the rotors turned. He would have a pulsating rotor. It wouldn't stop real good, and he would end up having a flat tire, a blowout in Texas, in Illinois, in Kentucky. So, and that's what all of us have done. You're young growing up. You're not going to put real money into a used car, right? You're going to rely on your parents. So that's what I'm trying to tell all of you who are under 21 or 24. You got to work. You can't just sit back at home and just chill. So I'm just going through this gas station, turning around. You have to get a job, and give a thumbs up. Like, see, I have heat on the window now. Now it's warmer. Now we can see. I'm gonna go back into a dark area again. Your eyes have to adjust. Maintenance is critical. Good oil changes, and Walter Mechanic said every 4,000 miles. Okay, we had to get a new battery for the car. That was the original. There's still a problem with the radio, and I'm just telling you, I'm not attacking the chargers. There's a membrane over the radio, and the radio, how can I say it? It it skips. Like you touch a button and it goes. It skips. So, long story short, the radio's not a priority. If he wants that fixed, that's going to be another 800 or 900. We did not fix this radio. He used his iPhone for GPS and all that. He might still be able to play music. Just cut the radio off, bro. Okay? So that'll be over 5K. And then most of you are like, man, that car's not worth it. Just junk it. But cars are expensive. We don't have another 15, 20, or 30,000. Now I can see if he signed a pro contract, he'll get a Trackhawk, Hellcat, or something. Those NFL players aren't worried about car payments right now. They're living their best life, $1 million contracts, but a lot of them go broke. And we do not want our son to go broke. We want him to manage his money. So he said, Mom and Dad, Mom's going to manage my money. I'm like, okay, good. She'll manage it. But I just wanted to share with you, see these beautiful Christmas lights, right? You guys still go out and look at Christmas lights? People still do that, man? If they do, type in yes into the chat. I'm just going to run you through the area real quick. But, the holidays are for families. A lot of parents get kids driver's ed lessons. I start my new lessons in January. I drive tomorrow. But, there's some beautiful homes in this area where we drive. And I'm just taking you through. But headlights are very important. Good windshield wipers. In fact, on the driver's ed car, the windshield washer pump does not work. So I had to make a choice. Do I continue to drive this Impala, and I'm a big guy, or do I switch it out to a smaller car and let them take it to the shop? And I'm not saying anything negative. I've been in small driver's ed cars, big driver's ed cars, but moving forward, really, I am very close to getting a used Tesla. They were 60. If I can get one for 30, 32, 33, not over 35, and still get that tax credit for 4,000, I have good credit. I'll finance the rest, get a wrap on that boy, new crispy tires, and then I'm good. And I'm doing research on the battery, watching a lot of Tesla videos, that of the Mach-E. I'm kind of, but we gonna get a home charger. My dad was a former electrician, rest his soul. We have a 220 plug in the basement, and I want to say it's one of those NEMA. If I'm wrong, you guys tell me. A NEMA 3-prong, kind of like your electric dryer plug, but those Teslas pull up to, a lot of current out of the wall, out of the plug. So I'm not gonna get anything cheap. And because I'm familiar with the heavy duty gauge wire, because my dad was an electrician, he had all this stuff in the car and out in the garage. I used to go with him when he would wire homes and put up lights and everything. So, but we had a plug at the house. So the only way I'm gonna get a Tesla or a Ford is have the plug at the house. And I was telling you that I spend, like in the summertime, I'm spending $120 a week. So in 2 weeks, it's $250. Imagine if I had a Tesla or the Ford Mach-E, okay? And I've been in a Tesla a few times. So the Ford Mach-E, I don't know anything about really deep. I'm gonna have to go for a test drive. There's a Ford dealership near me, blah, 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 blah. So I'm gonna go check this out. I'm just making some turns in the neighborhood, and I take students through neighborhoods. But I'm really, really heavily considering one of the instructors in the metro area. He's got a Tesla. He bought a used one, but he had a problem with his cooling system, and he got the thing loaded up. Tell him go fix it or give me a new one. So I'm gonna definitely get a used warranty, and I'm gonna check it out. So I just wanted to give all of you a excuse me, a quick update. Tesla hopefully will be here some type of electric vehicle in 2025. getting you guys and ladies more content, more behind the scenes, uh, taking you through the journey of teaching someone how to drive, heavy traffic at night. But wouldn't it be cool to teach someone how to drive with that new tech? Because it's coming like in the Netherlands, and we're in the USA. In the Netherlands, they already are using electronic. They're already using electric vehicles to teach the next generation how to drive. That would be my competitive advantage, because I already have the LLC. I just need to locate some funds. Even today, I would probably buy a used Tesla, get the wall plug put in, um, do research, lightweight rims, and then, of course, because I'm driving, people don't know how to drive. I'm gonna have to have a hand control put in. So I would contact Walt the mechanic. We'll find something. Um, I don't think a company would sell me the hand controls because I'm not handicapped, and I have to actually have a prescription or paperwork from a doctor. But I need to do research on that. But I would have a handle. But I did see a Tesla. They had a board propped up because you can't drill through the floorboard because the battery's there. But I'll figure that out as it goes along. But I want to take you through that journey. But I've been really, really, really thinking about it. I want to pull the trigger on a Tesla. I want to get a used one with low mileage. The depreciation is big the first couple of years. I get one, because anywhere I put probably 25 to 30,000 miles a year teaching people how to drive. Usually the driver's car I'm driving, it's got 210,000 miles. So, and then of course I can deduct it. So I just want to give all of you an update. I want to wish you all happy holidays. Leave some comments, watch the videos. Tell me if you like this. If you know someone that has a Tesla or a Ford Mach-E, give them my channel. I want to reach out to them and talk to them. I want to talk to as many people as possible. And then eventually I'm going to get one for a weekend, make some content, bring you guys and ladies with. So I can really see, is this decision really good for me? Because when you're in a driver's seat car, it takes a lot of abuse, tires, brakes. But if I can charge up at the morning at the house, and usually anywhere from 125 to 200 miles a day, and I'm saving 40 to 50 bucks in gas a day, that's a win, and I can deduct that. That's a win. And then we can talk about that new technology, because the new cars are here. Driving schools are already using Teslas, they're already using EVs. It makes sense. So what I need to do is call some companies in the Midwest and just talk to the owners. Hey, how do you like the Tesla? What are some issues? How did you have the brake installed? But if you know someone, just link their stuff in. Hey, guys and ladies, have a happy holiday. The next time you will hear from me, I will go live in the morning on the way to the drive, and that'll be like some small light surface streets, some suburban areas, and then we'll go live. So look at my videos, leave some comments, and if you got ideas on an electric vehicle or a Tesla, I should put in a community page. If you were teaching driver's ed, would you want to be in a Model 3 or a Ford Mach-E, right? And that's a good choice. Used, they're about the same, but I don't know enough about the Ford Mach-E's yet to really say which one is which, but probably get a better price on the Tesla. Okay, I'll talk to you guys later. Look at these videos. Bye.